Laziness is a silent killer. It consumes ambition, kills progress, and stifles potential. Jai Hind and a very good morning to our guest, Mr. Rajiv Mitra, all the faculty members, and my dear friends. I, Ayushi Dwivedi, MC for today's session, welcome you all to this pre-induction program of Batch 2325. I take this opportunity to welcome our guest, Mr. Rajiv Mitra, CEO at Prabhat Dairy, Lactalis Groupe, member of Academic Advisory Council at IIEBM. Sir, may I have your permission to proceed? Sir has a strong background in sales, marketing, and customer service. Sir has earned his master's degree in economics from Jadavpur University and his certificate in leadership development from IIM Ahmedabad. Sir has over 29 years of experience and has worked with number of companies including Govind Milk and Milk Products, Lipi Data Systems, Fujitsu, ICIM Limited, Reliance Infocom, and many more. He is currently leading Prabhat Dairy by Lactalis Groupe as a CEO and holds certificates in Business Managers Development Program and Entrepreneurial Leadership. Now I would like to take this opportunity to request Sir to enlighten the young minds.
So good morning. So how is it going? You are here for last about 5-6 days? Huh? 4 days. So how is it? You are liking what you are doing? Is this what you expected? Huh? No? Why? Why? What? Huh? Which is good. Which is good. Which is very nice. So, I come from the food industry. So, before I talk to you about what is MBA, what it should be, how is life and how one should progress with it, I just want to introduce a couple of slides to you, which I generally don't do. Normally we talk general, I talk general, and because these are very, very early days, very initial days. But we must stop underestimating you people, we must, at some time, we become very patronizing. You know what is patronizing? Who knows patronizing? We become very condescending. You know what is condescending? Who knows condescending? Huh? So, as if we come from a higher platform. That is how people like us behave all the time with people like you. You must be some few decades younger. That doesn't mean you are less wiser. Okay? So, I have been through this stage some 25, 30 years ago. So, it is actually, I do not think that there may not be too much of difference in IQ. Okay? There may be a lot of difference in my experience and my approach, my style. All of these have come through my years of experience, my learning, not necessarily through a higher degree of IQ, not necessarily. So, therefore, I will present to you a problem, and then we will come to very general discussion on how we solve that problem. All right. So why I said we don't do, because we think that you will not understand. The very fact that when I think that you will not understand, that's a patronizing approach. That's a condescending approach. That I am coming from a higher pedestal, and what I understand, what I know, you will not understand. We must stop that approach. All right? We must, meaning us. When my son was 4 years old, I started teaching him chess. Normally people think that they will not understand, but they do understand if you teach them well. There are countries, there are nations, there are cultures when few-month-old kids are thrown into water, and they learn to swim. It is us who think that they can't because they are kids. All right? So, I'll tell you, and because I come from food business, I will talk to you about something called sustainability. We are always talking of sustainability. You are reading in newspapers, you are sorry, hearing people talk about sustainability. Yeah, switch it on. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. So, so I'll talk to you about sustainability in a couple of slides. Not too much, not to overload too much. Now, again, from the food industry, let us all acknowledge a fact that thanks to the farmers, we eat better. Okay, thanks to farmers. So never, ever should we forget. We live in cities. We have all the luxuries of life. Never ever should we forget that it is because of the farmers many wars are avoided. Many wars are avoided. It is because of the farmers we eat better. Okay? So this is, I mean, this we can read later, but this is the first thing. Now this is where I want you to focus. All these years, I had assumed that you will not understand, but let's see, you will understand. And I will ask you questions after the session. So here, I have plotted few things for the last 60 years, from 1960 to 2020. For last 60 years. What happened in last 60 years? What happened? World population grew from 3 billion to 7.8 billion. Can you all see the slides? World population grew from 3 billion to 7.8 billion, which is approximately, can you read, which is 2.5 times. World population grew 2.5 times in the last 60 years. Okay? Now what happened with food grains? Wheat grew 3.4 times. Okay? Rice 3.5 times. Corn 5.7 times. Fresh vegetables 5.8 times. These are multiplications, these many times. I have come here not to use the mic, but to give you some good pictures, because you need this and you need me, so you get them when you want. Okay? So, fresh vegetables 5.8 times, fruits 4.4 times, milk exactly the same as population growth. Exactly the same as population growth. Eggs, meat have grown phenomenally. So this is good news. This is good news. In the last 60 years, growth in food grains and poultry and meat has matched population growth, and in some you can see they have over-delivered. Like meat, poultry, wheat, rice, everything has grown more in terms of multiplier than population growth. Got it? Understood? This has avoided many wars. This has avoided many conflicts. Because the biggest reason for conflicts is shortage of food. Money, food, etc. So this has avoided conflicts. Get it? So we must thank Green Revolution. We must thank White Revolution. We must thank the farmers. We must thank those scientists engaged in food production, in food processing. Those companies, those businesses who are day in and day out engaged in the business of feeding the population. Get my point? Now, if this is good news, why is a worry? Why are we worried now? Why are we talking of sustainability? What is sustainability? You know sustainability? Yes. Sustainability doesn't mean that I become a saint, that I don't consume. Sustainability means, good picture please, means I consume as much as I want. I consume as much as I want, but I do not deplete Earth's resources so that the coming generations, they face problems. They cannot consume. So that is sustainable practices. That is how we are talking of green. You haven't had, whenever I ask that, have you read the Economic Times today? You say, I don't have time. God help you. Because if you would have read Economic Times in the morning today or Times of India, this new tunnel, which is called the missing link, Bombay-Pune Expressway, that has changed our lives. Bombay-Pune Expressway has changed the lives of people in these two cities, in these parts of the world. Now, they are further connecting through a tunnel, which is going to be one of India's longest tunnels, 8.9 kilometers. Using that tunnel, you will consume 100,000 liters of fuel every day. You will consume 100,000 liters less every day, 1 lakh liters of fuel less every day. That is sustainable development. All right? I go the same distance, I do this, same work, consuming 1 lakh liters less fuel every day. And it says from Koregaon Park, if you know, in Pune to Worli in Mumbai, it is going to take 90 minutes. Not seconds, 90 minutes. Okay, we are not going by rocket. So, it will take that much. Okay, so, yes. Now, so this is good news. So, why are we talking of sustainability, sustainable practices? Because going forward, this is to be understood, going forward, you are not producing more land. The land mass of the world, the percentage of arable land is going to remain the same or is going to reduce. Percentage of arable land is going to reduce. Why? Because there is urbanization, there is housing, there are roads being constructed, there is development. So the percentage of land that will be used for agriculture will be the same. So percentage, I go quickly, percentage of arable land. Now, here is the problem statement. Here is the problem statement. What is the problem statement? As much as we are consuming today, yeah, you have some problem with this. As much as we are consuming today, at the same level of consumption, you know, as much as we are feeding the population today, to sustain the same level of feeding, we need to increase our agricultural production by 70%. Just a moment. So we need to increase our agricultural production by 70% to feed the world's population correctly by 2050. So here is the problem. Now what we have seen in the last 60 years, we have done well. The next 30 years, in the next 30 years, we have to increase agricultural production by 70%. So this cannot happen by increasing the land, because the land mass of the country of India is not going to increase. The country is not going to get bigger. Sorry. So the productivity has to increase. Sustainable practices have to come in force. So you get the point. You understand what I'm saying? Last 60 years, we have done well. Okay? Last 60 years, food production has kept pace or even bettered population growth. Next 30 years, to feed the population correctly, we need to increase agricultural production by 70%. You understand the point? Understand the problem? So hence, sustainability. Hence, you come here to study and do what? You are talking of discipline. Think of the kind of discipline that you will need just to eat and live and breathe. There is a submarine that has just disappeared. Do you know of that? There is a submarine which has disappeared, and that has got just a few hours of air left. Few hours of air left. Just think, if it is not found within the next few hours, the people inside will die. So never complain of a disciplined approach. It's a matter of life and death. Discipline keeps you alive. So now you may still complain. You may still complain. Now point is whether you want to live a life extraordinary or ordinary. It's up to you. It's up to you. Okay. So I'll not go too much of details into it. I just thought I'll introduce you. So now the problem is, how are we going to produce? We are in the business of milk, in the business of food, so this is so basic. I'm not talking IT, I'm not talking banking, I am talking food. I'm talking food. So the problem is, how will we produce? Because there is global warming the planet, and sustainably conserving the resources. We have to conserve the resources. Okay? So now we can switch it off and keep my laptop safe. Do you have my bag here? I need this thing sometime. Just hold on. You can just switch it off and put it inside the bag.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's the matter? So, just put it somewhere. So is the introduction to the problem well, good? Is it good enough? So good enough is not enough. Good enough is not enough. Whenever we say it is good enough, you stop there. Because enough, by the word itself, means that it's enough. Now it's enough. I stop here. Enough of discipline, enough of everything. I stop here. So good is the enemy of great. Have you heard this? Have you heard this line? If you haven't, write it down and Google it later. Because I have not invented this. I have not invented. Good is the enemy of great. So what do you do to be great? What do you do to be great? It's very easy to say. How many people in this room are good? How many of you can say that I am good? Let me see your hands. How many can you say that I am good? You have come here. You have joined this institute. You must be good. How many are good? Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many? How many? Majority. Do you think? Majority. How many? How many? How many are good? Yeah. Let me see some hands. You're not good. You're not good. You're not good. So all of you think you are good. Put your hands down and now you tell me how many of you are great. I'll ask you questions. Why? I'll ask you questions. I'll ask you questions. Think twice. Think twice. Just don't jump into anything. How many of you are great? How many? Yeah, a couple of you. You must be. You must be. So, what it takes to go from good to great. What it takes to go from good to great. First is understanding of the problem. Okay. How to approach the solution. What I introduced to you is a very big problem. I'm not expecting you to solve it by end of today. I'm not expecting you to solve the global food problem or sustainability problem by end of today. That is not the idea. But are we appreciative of the problem? Are we aware of the problem? That is the first step towards good to great. You all are here because you are good. You are capable individuals. I'll just tell you about a 5-step process. 5-step process. Just quickly understand this. This is a model. Try to understand. Sorry, bad throat today. You all are capable individuals. So it starts with individual. Starts with individual. When you come here, you become, or when somebody was telling me that she went for a very good internship with a bank, very nice. So when you start your work, when you join a company, when you have one goal, few people working towards one goal, which is, then you become a group of people working towards one goal. So then you have a collective approach. Then you are good team players. Okay? All good individuals. Some of you become good as teams, as a team. So capable individual to contributing team player, a contributing team member. That is the second level. Third, from a team, a contributing team, some of you become managers, good managers. You manage the team. Some of you become managers. So it's like a pyramid. It's like a pyramid. All of you are good individuals, capable individuals. Then some of you will become effective or contributing team players. The third level is you become an effective manager. So the number keeps reducing. It's your choice. What path you take, what inputs you give to yourself that you go up and up the levels. That's the third. So manager, what does a manager do? A manager has a goal to chase. Chases a goal, a predefined goal. Mobilizes, motivates the team, the good team, and proceeds towards that goal. Now the next level, some of these managers, they become inspiring leaders. Inspiring leaders. So they inspire. So what do leaders do? What did we say about managers? Managers, they chase a preset goal. They chase a preset goal. Leaders, they create those goals. They understand the resources, the strengths and weaknesses, the limitations, and they create those goals. Okay? And mobilizes, inspires the managers, the team to chase, to achieve and overachieve those goals. So a leader is like a catalyst, catalyzes the system, the process sometimes changes course. Okay, sometimes takes this way, depending on the environment, depending on the situation. So where did we start? Where you are collective, capable individuals, then contributing team players. That is second level. Third, effective managers. Fourth, inspiring leaders. So this is a 5-layered model, 5-step model. Now one may think, after you become an inspiring leader, what can be a bigger layer than this? What can be a bigger step than this? After you become an inspiring leader, you become something called an executive. You become something called an executive. Now what is an executive? Who is an executive? How can he be bigger than a leader? An executive is someone who is a combination of humility and determination. Humility and determination. So this level 5 leader, somebody who is at the level 5, we spoke of 5 levels: individual, team player, manager, inspiring leader, and an executive. This level 5 is where greatness lies. And still level 4 is very good. Level 5 is where greatness lies. This is a very celebrated, a very famous book called Good to Great by Jim Collins. Just write it down. Read it sometime, not tomorrow, but maybe after a year or so. Well, it's a very difficult read. But why I am introducing to you is because I have stopped underestimating the power of you. I have stopped underestimating. Otherwise, no, I wouldn't think of anyone introducing Jim Collins to you. A patronizing thought is, they wouldn't understand. They won't understand. That's a patronizing thought. But a participative thought is, if I can understand, you can understand. But if you do it tomorrow, you will prove me wrong. So what you should do tomorrow, you should go to your library. It must be there. You see the cover, take it in your hand, smell it, keep it back. Take it out another day. Read a couple of pages, 1 or 2 pages. Keep it back. Take it out another day. Read few more pages. So this is the journey from good to great. And it's very easy to say, the level 5, executive, humility, determination. But what does that great manager do? What is the recipe of good to great? I'll give you an example. This example is not in the book. You know somebody called Rahul Dravid? Yes, sir. Well, who is he? No, you don't know. No. You don't know. You know? So he was a player once. What is Rahul Dravid good at? Batting. What is Rahul Dravid not good at? What was Rahul Dravid not good at? Bolo. Jai Hind. Pardon?
Myself, Vishal Taylor. I am from Gujarat, Vadodara. Rahul Dravid was not at playing big strokes.
Big strokes. That is right. What else was he not good at? See, who was into big strokes? Sachin Tendulkar? Why I want to counter this big stroke? While I agree with you, but when these people played, Rahul Dravid and VVS Lakshman and Tendulkar and Saurav, when these people played, All of these people put together, the names I just mentioned, Dravid, Lakshman, Sachin, Saurabh, who else? Lakshman. So all these five people, the number of sixers that they would have hit in their careers. Okay. Today Surya Kumar Yadav hits those many sixes in one season of IPL. So just to say that Rahul Dravid was not a very big hitter is right, but things have changed. Those days people wouldn't hit that much. What else was he not good at? Jai Hind. Studies? He was an engineer. He was good at studies. He was not too bad, you know. He was just like you and me.
I read somewhere.
Achha, okay, good. Thank you, Beto. Yes.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind.
My name is Jasmeet Singh Chawla from Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh. Sir, Rahul Dravid was a not aggressive player.
Good. So he was known more of a defender, the wall. But who says that being aggressive is very good? So that means we are judging. I'll tell you. Let's not go on with this quiz. Sorry. Rahul Dravid was not a very fast runner between wickets. And that too, I'm not judging because he was not as fast as Tendulkar or Saurabh or VVS, or even go back a little bit, Virender Sehwag. He was not a very good runner between wickets. You will agree? He was not a very good runner between wickets. Okay, now, when Rahul Dravid retired, he was called to Australia for the Don Bradman Memorial Lecture, or I think you call it Don Bradman Oration. He was the first one. 2011, Google it, YouTube it. 2011, Rahul Dravid gave a lecture in Australia, he was called, where he said something very important, very profound. You know profound? You know profound? You know what you should do all through your classes and all? Your professors are some very great minds. They are very well read and very successful people. They will say many things which you will not understand. Just write them down somewhere. And every answer you will find in Google, most of it. So it is your curiosity that will lead you to knowledge, you know. When I am saying profound, it's not my business to explain you what profound is. But you write it down. And look it up later. Look it up, you'll never forget. If I tell you, you may forget. So something he said which was very profound. He said, sorry, I was never rated to be a good runner between wickets. But the only yardstick I followed was, am I running faster when I am 40, when I am retiring? Am I running faster than what I was running when I was 20? You get the point? He is not a good runner. But is he doing better today than he was doing yesterday? That is what he thought was his road to greatness. Improvement is the road to greatness. One question you have to ask every day as you wake up in the morning or as you go to sleep. Am I better today than what I was yesterday? If the answer is yes, you are on the road to greatness. You know, am I better today than what I spoke of 5 levels? You know, the top level will be who? Rahul Dravid, Abraham Lincoln, Amitabh Bachchan, Pandit Ravi Shankar. Not everybody. There's not room for everybody. But can the pyramid be expanded? Can many more people go there, and how? Not just by listening to lectures. Listening to lectures is important because my job is to open your eyes. Is to not to carry you to greatness. My job is to open your eyes and see both right and wrong and choose for yourself. Choose for yourselves. So when I say that the road to greatness is, am I better today than what I was yesterday? You know what I measure? I come to this college. I'm coming for the last 25 years. Since inception, this college started in the campus of another institute long time back, Colonel Marwa and Jai Singh. And this is my annual ritual every year. I miss something if I don't come here and talk to you. But what I measure is, some of these people were there last year. My measure is am I delivering a better lecture today than what I did last year? This is what my measure. So small, simple things. Small, simple things. You know? This is the road to greatness. This is how you will find your place even in those smaller boxes. You know, it's a pyramid, I said. The base is very big. And as you go up, it reduces like a pyramid. On the top, there's very less room. Right? So, am I doing better today than what I was doing yesterday? So this is the crux of level 5 leadership. Read it in 2 years. Jim Collins, Good to Great, my favorite. Okay? So I told you about a problem of sustainability that you have to be aware of. You have to endeavor to solve. Not today, but someday, sometime. The issues of productivity, sustainability, discipline. If I am more disciplined, I will be more productive. Productivity is the biggest pill for sustainability. Is the biggest answer to sustainability. Thank you. All of you. Questions? Questions? Want some questions? Yes, please. No? No? Jai Hind. For what? For? Oh, volunteer. Okay, very nice. Very good. So that's it. So if you don't have questions, yes, ma'am. Yes, good. You saved my day.
Jai Hind, sir. My
Jai.
name is Ishika Das from Kolkata. So my question is, sir, as you showed us the PPT and told us and explained us about how we have to produce like 70% more, and you also introduced us to sustainability. So my question is, as youngsters and the future of this country, what can we do to contribute to that,
Correct.
to sustainability?
Currently, see, we all have to play our roles.
Yes.
Don't take the problem of the world on your head. You know, don't take that I have to increase milk production by 20% tomorrow. Don't do that. Are you doing that? No. So what is my role as a student? What is your role? Your role is to study well, do good in your exams, get a good placement, make your parents happy, make Jai Singh happy, make your professors, everything proud. Do that. And while doing that, you ask yourself every day, am I better than what I was yesterday? By doing that, you will solve your problem. And you will not solve your problem alone, you will solve the world's problem. So, be true to your roles. You have a role to play these 2 years, today, tomorrow, every day. So play your role well. Play your role well. When Surya Kumar Yadav is batting, he is expected to hit sixes. He is not expected to solve global warming. He is not expected to stop the glaciers in Antarctica to melt. He is expected to do his job and to do his job well. Do that. Just focus on that. Just focus on that. Thank you, man. All right, yes.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai.
Myself Vishal Taylor. I am from Gujarat, Vadodara. Sir, as to be a good leader, how to make the team members to contribute more towards the goal which the team has to pursue?
Very good. Good question. I'll tell you 4 words quickly. I'll not explain. Please sit down. You know, as a leader, you have to do 4 things. You have to do many things, but to answer this question, I'll summarize in 4. Okay. Care. The leader has to care for the team, for the people. Share. Share problems. Share solutions. You know, care, share. Then dare. Challenge. A road less traveled. Take the road less traveled. Have you seen a movie called Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge? Were you born that time? No? You see. So what does Shah Rukh Khan say? That हमारे सामने 2 रास्ता है. एक है झूठ मूठ से इसको भगा के ले जाऊं लड़की को. You know, which is the easier road, which is what everybody takes. The other road is be honest, be truthful, gain confidence of that father, of Amrish Puri. Have you seen the movie? Yes. So gain confidence, have faith. The tougher road, and you will win, you will be successful. So which road Shah Rukh Khan takes? The tougher road, the road less traveled. So that is dare. That is dare. Care, share, dare, and inspire. Inspire. After this session of mine, some of you should feel, some of you must feel that I need to be a speaker like this man. Yeah, I know that. So that is how I inspire you. By doing my job well. By doing my job well. So I inspire. Care? So to answer Mr. Taylor from Vadodara, Gujarat, please sit down. To answer your question, a leader has to do these 4 things with the team: care, share, dare, and inspire. Thanks for the question. One from this side, and then we close. How do you arrange seats? All the questions are from this side, so we'll have the answers from this side. Yes, please. Yes. You know, I know you have a busy schedule. I do not want to get into somebody else's time, so we will close with this question if you don't mind. Any other question is welcome. You can write emails to me or send them, and then I'll answer. Yes, please.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind.
My name is Archie, and my question is, you were talking about good to be great. So how can we realize that I'm good enough?
Yes. I can tell you one thing. You please sit down. That the very fact that you have made it to this college, you have passed your exams, and you have done something in your life, you are good. You are good enough. But don't say good enough, because good enough kills you. It stops growth. You are good. And that good comes from your values, from your parentage, from your schooling, from what you learn from your grandparents, and all of that, makes us good. And there must have been many applicants who did not make it. So you make the grade. That is good. So thank you. Thanks for asking. Thank you very much. Please sit down. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing the 4 pillars of being great leaders: care, share, dare, and inspire. We extend our sincere gratitude to you, sir, for conducting this remarkable and enlightening session. It is certain that the students have gained an abundance of knowledge from the experiences you generously shared, and they have thoroughly enjoyed the session. We also express our gratitude to the students for their attendance and active participation. So, thank you once again for your invaluable insights, and we look forward to your next visit to our campus.